the night after Solid Pink Disco.
Yeah. In a Bikram yoga studio.
It was a warehouse, 6,000 people probably. I walked out there and I went, oh no, this is going to be a problem. By the end of my set, which was 90 minutes, this thing about DJing, if you're hot, you're out there for hours.
Yeah.
The ends of my synthetic wig were dripping. I kept slipping on the floor going, did I spill a water? All sweat, sweat under me on the ground.
Yeah.
But I was also feeling it and I can't stop moving DJing no matter how hot it is. So I'm thrashing. My wig is spitting spit, like wet sweat. It was so sick. And when I got in Kyle, my ex-boyfriend who works at Alcone in New York, he's a makeup artist.
Yeah, I know him.
He saw me after the show and his face, he was like,
horrified.
Did you ever try that Stop the Sweat product I sent you? And I said,
I would have slapped him in the face right there.
I was
Stop the Sweat. Have you ever read the Holy Bible?
I know. I felt like that is so moot. Like, what are you talking about?
Insulting. Stop the Sweat. Have you ever tried staring into the sun?
It did make me think that I want to get Botox again because it does help with sweating. Not
for me. Literally nothing. Like, I've had Botox everywhere.
But they always say, like, be careful if you get Botox.
I know why. Sorry. For the sweating, it's a deeper injection.
Oh, really?
Yes. So, or it's either a more superficial or deeper injection because when you're going in the sweat glands, it's different than the muscle.
Okay.
So when you're paralyzing the muscle, maybe it's deeper than a superficial sweat gland.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Lori Ottinger explained that to me.
Well, people have told me like, oh, be careful though because the sweat happens somewhere else. So does everyone have like a dry face in a fucking swamp?
I would love that because I just dipe it up.
Dipe up, cath up.
Diped and cathed at the gig dry.
Do you like Jackass movies?
I don't know. I think I've only seen the first one.
I remember this one where they had the big gentleman of the Jackass crew. I forget his name. They had him on a treadmill for like a long time and they had a saran wrap diaper on him and they had it hooked up to a hose so that the water could drip and they filled a cup with sweat and someone drank it. Like the sweat off his balls. Someone drank it and threw up. Steve-O drank it. How about her?
That's yoga class.
Yeah.
That's yoga class. When you're doing the
dry con,
downward dog, and the sweat is not dripping, streaming like a river runs through it into your nose, up into your nose, and you're like, work that magic stick.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
You know what else happened? And I want to talk about this in a way that's hopefully revealing, but not too exposing.
Mm-hmm.
One of our colleagues called me the other day and had a contract from a certain touring company and was telling me some of the details on it. Like, what do you think of this? Is this okay? Is this okay? Is this okay? It was so deeply below what's okay.
Yeah.
That I had to be like, fuck. It's just crazy how many people are in our industry of drag who just profit off us and they just don't care.
I will never forget when I changed agents and I became aware of how low my negotiated fee was in the tour I was finishing. You know what I mean? So let's just say I usually make $5 a gig. And then I switched managers.
I thought we weren't going to say our real salaries.
Shut up. And then my new manager says, "Oh, you have $5 a gig? I actually could get you $500."
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'll just go to my $5 gig tonight, knowing that I could have gotten 500 and there's nothing I can do about it.
When I moved to our management, I remember a distinct conversation because I was in the middle of a tour.
Yeah.
And I remember them looking at my contract and going, so don't want to discourage you, but you're getting about
with the usual
half
tact
what you should be getting.
Yeah.
And you have to finish all those dates because you did sign it.
Yeah.
I wish there was like a union or something because drag queens are not smart usually. They're not business savvy.
No.
And these with checkbooks walk around being like, just sign it. Yeah. And then you sign that you shouldn't be signing.
I've done it.
And then these creature features are making major profits on our industry. Yeah. I just want every manager, agent, everyone, every TV. Drag is its own world.
Drag is dangerous.
And unless you have a wig on your head, you are a guest in our house.
And there is sweat on the floor that you will slip on.
Yeah.
You'll break your hip and I will not take you to the emergency room. I will make you my sex slave downstairs and go boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop.